Welcome in everybody today to the dojo. Today we'll be doing some coaching with GunDOGTV. Welcome in, GunDOG.
Hello, hello. Thank you for having me. I really do appreciate it.
Yeah, you're welcome. And shout out to Aboot Trey Fitty, who redeemed and gifted this coaching session to the community. GunDOG redeemed it from them. Aboot Trey Fitty in the Hall of Fame as the
Thank you, Aboot.
the first among lurkers. So thank you, Aboot Trey Fitty, for that. And we'll be doing some open ultra today. GunDOG's got a team set up for that. Tried some remakes earlier and wasn't feeling it, so we'll be doing open. He's got a team there he feels really comfortable with. Helped him get to legend last season and like kind of his first season going hard, trying to rank up. So definitely a good battler, but we all have more to learn. And I'll be learning some stuff today because I haven't played much with Tina. I haven't built one, so I get to learn some stuff. GunDOG will learn some stuff, and Chad will get to learn some stuff with us. About Aboot Trey Fitty. Yeah, that one. Justin, you got him. But you're ready, GunDOG. Have you been here for a coaching session before? You know how this works?
Yeah. I've definitely watched quite a bit of coaching sessions.
We got Galv lead. That's pretty good for us. We resist Volt Switch. We resist Discharge, Cross Poison, Lunge. Just all resisted moves. What's up, Carl FZG? They switched to an ice type. Oh, that is not the switch you were hoping for, sir. Beautiful breakfast and dinner TV on the same stream. Nice. We'll have GunDOG get back in here on some future date for a duo stream as well. But today he wanted to do some coaching, trying to move. Feels like he's kind of stuck in a rut. Wanted to move past it. Yeah, I think you have to shield this one. They shielded once. This helps guarantee switch. I like that call. Maybe we get one more here? Nope, it just dies. That's okay. We're still ahead on energy. The Gal gets there in 4 turns, so this is a desync CMP. I don't think it's worth shielding here. Yeah, and GunDOG agrees. Just lets it go. They lunge? Question mark? Why would you lunge in that situation? GunDOG with the good no shield, setting him up here. This should still be lethal. Opponent shields it. Now opponent shields down. They have a little bit of an energy lead. We get bring back in Tina that resists all the moves. Opponent doesn't even want to play it out from there. They didn't even see the G-Fisk yet.
I was waiting to pull in the G-Fisk. They just didn't want to see it. Oh no. Feels bad.
Yeah, not a whole lot to say there. Like you won lead pretty hard. They swapped something you had a real hard answer for.
Yep.
So kind of a beatdown. I liked the no shield on the Talonflame. It was pretty wild that they baited you there.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I'm ready to let it go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then
Yeah, no, you made good choices. That you shielded once to guarantee you one switch after they shielded, so you weren't behind on shields. No shielded again. Like you played it well, and their team was that was a bottom 3rd game for them. That's for sure. Your
100%.
team had a huge advantage there. All right, let's go for the next one.
Yay. Hopefully all the games go like this.
This is not an ideal lead for us. We have 2 answers for it, though. He goes straight to the Talonflame. They go to Swampert. Up a couple turns, Talonflame can potentially win this matchup. I think you no-shield this, yeah. And then go for, is it Flame Charge into Brave Bird? Or can you just Brave Bird from here? Just straight Brave Bird? And they still can't Mud Shot you down before you get to another one, I think? I haven't played this matchup too many times, but he did get a couple turn lead on this. Opponent shields. At least we got a shield advantage, so that's good. Yeah, they're not going to be able to Mud Shot down. They have to throw again. GunDOG going for all their shields. No shields shall remain. Makes sense. He, on his Tina, is running kind of a non-standard moveset. He's got Ancient Power on his Giratina. So he should be able to really threaten that Abomasnow now that it shields out. Oh, opponent tanks that one. I think this Incinerate kills. We win switch. The power of Talonflame. They get 2 Powder Snows there for free. Now we get to bring in our G-Fisk here instead of our Tina. And if the opponent had shielded that other one, the Tina could come back in, clean up the Swampert, have an energy lead going into this matchup. So definitely a pretty decent situation either way. I think the opponent's about dry here. They didn't get that much farm. Yep, Mensinik. It's not a bad situation for Talonflame when they counter swap that way. And looks like one more Rock Slide, not quite lethal here. But this is their lead is an ice type, so it's kind of unlikely they have something else in the back that's... well, their lead's weak to fighting, so there's a chance they have like a Charmer in the back. Always a consideration. This being open, there are quite a few options for that Charm slot. Swaps out here, but their backmon is a Talonflame. That should be pretty GG. Goes for the Ancient Power. Will the opponent shield this Ancient Power, or do they think, oh, it's just a Dragon Claw? Ooh, that chunks. Or, I mean, the opponent's going up to like 100 energy for reasons. But we can, yeah, we can just no shield the first one. If they Brave Bird here, we can Dragon Breath down before they get to another one. Like, they won't get to another move here. And we come out of this with a move loaded. The Abomasnow's very low, as you can see the edge of its health bar there, creeping into the charge move animation. And I expect, yeah, they just no-shield it. Alright. Wait, alright, what do you think about that one?
Yeah, I think I played it good. I could have maximized, or could have timed the move better on G-Fisk. I gave him like 2 free Powder Snows, I think.
Yeah.
But I think other than that, I think I played it all right.
Yeah, I think you did a really good job of showcasing how the Talonflame Swampert matchup is not what it feels like it should be if you haven't played it very much. Like, you were a couple turns ahead, so you get that, just tank the first one, not lethal, and then you throw the 2 Brave Birds there, and they either have to go down a shield or lose switch.
Yeah.
The Ancient Power definitely showing it's showing up there against the Talonflame. Them no shielding the first one, that making them so low that once they Brave Bird you could just farm down. They couldn't get to 2 moves. Yeah, I mean, you played that really clean. There wasn't a whole lot else to say there. That was coming out of a bad lead situation. So I like the way you did it.
Thank you. Yeah, I always use Talonflame as a safe swap, even if it's my hard counter. It's just the way I've been playing it. And it's like, if I brought G-Fisk in and they brought Swampert, there was no way to win swap there.
Yeah. Yep.
So that's kind of like why I use it. Talonflame is very flexible.
Yes, the Brave Bird, like anything that isn't like super bulky, the Brave Bird is just so threatening that you can almost always create some advantage in that middle matchup, whether it's shield or switch. Yeah. And then Tina with either of those advantages. I mean, the other 2 mons in your team are just so bulky with that kind of advantage, they can close out most games. I like it.
Thank you.
All right, let's go on the next one. Tina into Venusaur. Love to see it. Venusaur does not have much play in this matchup. Venusaur does not have much play against this team. Oh, but it's an Empoleon switch in. That is, we talked a little bit before about problem mons, things he doesn't like seeing or playing against. Empoleon was pretty high up on that list. But the opponent brings the Empoleon in here to the one matchup where it's good for us. So that's a pretty nice situation. And like, that's part of good team design, right? Like, when your opponent's safe swaps are things that your lead wants to beat, it can create good situations for you that otherwise might be tricky, right? If they like stay in the lead and just keep the Empoleon in the back, we're in trouble. But our lead is the kind of lead that beats the things Empoleon hides behind, and so they're likely to swap the Empoleon in. So he just Dragon Breath, Dragon Claws this down. We take some Drill Pecks. We don't care about those. Both our backmons have pretty decent matchups against Venusaur. G-Fisk not quite as much, but we should be able to guarantee switch here. Good timing on his charge moves there. That's really important when you're the 1-turn move against longer duration moves, like a 3-turn, 4-turn, or 5-turn move. Try to be throwing towards the end of their animation. They swap into a Dragon Breath Gyarados. Yeah, I guess I would have swapped out there. Probably the G-Fisk, right? Because they just gave up swap. They're like, I'm not going to stay in for switch. They just give it up. Probably better to just immediately go into a counter, because against that Empoleon or the Venusaur, Artina almost always reaches another move there, or we can use it for a sack later, and it stops them from like farming us down, right? They're going to get to another Aqua Tail in this matchup because of that extra farm they got at the beginning of it, farming down Artina. But I think we're still in a pretty good position here, given that we have a Talonflame they haven't seen yet, and they have an Empoleon in the red and a Venusaur. They should CMPS, assuming they threw that on getting the Aqua Tail. They should still get to another one before we get to this next Rock Slide, because Aqua Tail Dragon Breath is at 12, 12, 11. Oh, they swap out to catch on the Empoleon. Pretty heads up, but I think the Gyarados is getting low enough that it dies to a Brave Bird. I think he tried to undercharge there a little bit, but doesn't quite get it. I would just save the shield for Talonflame at this point. Like, the Talonflame will be able to get to a Brave Bird for the Gyarados and another Brave Bird for the Venusaur before they can both throw moves. Whereas if you shield this, I think that could put you in a more awkward situation. Where like one Aqua Tail plus one Sludge Bomb could be problematic. I don't think this will quite KO. And their switch timer is Oh. Yeah, it didn't quite KO, chat. Didn't quite KO. That's a little closer than I would have liked it to be, but gets the Rock Slide off, immediately switch. But they're still going to get to an Aqua Tail here before we can farm down, but then the Venusaur won't be able to get to a move, so it should still be GG. We need to kill this before it throws a move. Okay, double Flame Charge. Does Talonflame does not win CMP versus Gyarados? So if this Venusaur gets to throw a Sludge Bomb, we're in bad shape. Gyarados. Yeah, Gyarados definitely wins CMP against Talonflame. So there's the Sludge Bomb. If they swapped out with a move loaded on that Gyarados, we could lose this potentially. They did not have the move, so we win. But I think the takeaway there was the not letting them farm down Artina. Would have made that a lot less stressful. All right, GunDog, what do you think about that one?
All right, so I gave him free farm on Gyarados, which is terrible.
Yeah.
I thought I can get to the move, just the Dragon Claw.
Yeah.
I know that the Rock Slide won't KO, so I was like, if I can get that little bit of chip, then he wouldn't live the he would die to 2 Rock Slides or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, that didn't work out well.
Yeah.
And then I got caught on, which surprisingly helped, because if I got one what? No, not really. I don't know.
If you threw one waterfall on either of your Mons, I think it would have been bad. So I agree that like him catching helped you weirdly.
Yeah, exactly. I kind of saw that. Me living with the 1 HP was the reason why I won. Not gonna lie. If I didn't get that off, I was gonna have to go for double Brave Bird, which actually could have been possible. I would have gone to 2. It would have been really hard. Would have been way harder.
I was my thinking, like, the first thing was I definitely think you should have swapped out. Like, they gave up swap, they hard switched out. I think you definitely could have just gone to your G-Fisk there and been in a little better spot. But then even kind of further on the road, when they threw that Aqua Tail at your G-Fisk that you survived, no, the one before, you shielded an Aqua Tail on your G-Fisk. And I was thinking that it would be better to just save that shield for Talonflame. And then that pretty much guarantees that you'll be able to Brave Bird, and shield whatever move they throw in the middle there. Because the Brave Bird will one-shot the Venusaur, and you should be able to get to the other Brave Bird before the Gyarados can get to 2 Aqua Tails.
Yeah, I mean, that makes a lot more sense. Saving the shields for Talonflame probably was the play.
Yeah.
I don't know. I felt like I thought he was gonna shield the. I thought he was gonna no shield it, so that him shielding double shielding the Gyarados was like crap.
Yeah.
So I kind of felt obligated to shield.
Yeah, no, we don't have to, because we know the other thing's a Venusaur, right? And we know Brave Bird just one-shots it, and we know it didn't have energy. So like as the game's playing out, like I'm seeing like his win condition was Sludge Bomb, Aqua Tail, your Talonflame.
Basically, yeah.
And so the way we can always guarantee that doesn't happen is we just save 1 shield for the Talonflame.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I definitely should play like that. I forget how glassy Gyarados is. Just one Brave Bird will definitely.
Oh yeah, I can look. I got it pulled up right now. The Brave Bird does 95% without any buffs or anything. 95% of the Gyarados just gone. That's 115, so it has 6 HP left. An Incinerate does so it's
1 Incinerate.
Incinerate plus Brave Bird. Gyarados is gone.
Amazing. Yeah, I think that's definitely the smarter way to play it for sure. I'll keep that in mind for next battle.
Yeah. If we know there's anything back there that we can one shot with a Brave Bird, if we just save one shield, we charge up Brave Bird, kill the thing, shield one thing, kill the thing. We're good.
Beautiful.
All right, let's jump to the next one.
Let's do it.
This is Dragon Breath on Dragon Breath. Looks like we might be one ahead. It's kind of hard to tell the angles sometimes. If this is CMP, this is very valuable information because knowing who wins CMP definitely helps in these mirrors. So it looks like we won CMP there. So it's either random, we have the same attack, or we're going to consistently win CMP. So it's good information to have. Get to this next one. And we have a G-Fisk that can kind of finish this off without taking much damage. So I like us playing this a little more conservatively than our opponent. They tank that one. I would just let this go and like mudshot this down. Because I'm not... Yeah, exactly. I'm not sure that we can actually win this. So the advantage we can have is an energy lead. Oh, he goes with Talonflame. Interesting. What is this, like 4 incinerates? 2, 3... they threw that was not 15 turns. So this can't be the ancient power that we have, right? Because they threw it before we finished our third incinerate. So we didn't need to shield that, but I don't mind that we did. There's a Lapras. Brave Bird. They threw 2 Ice Shards. So if we throw another one here, this should finish just before they get there. Yeah. And this is a desync, so he can swap out here if he wants, which is probably the play. If this is what they brought into Talonflame, the other thing probably likes it less. There we go. I like that swap out. 5, 6. And I don't think they can even get to... We get 10 turns. It takes them 12, so I think we still beat them to the second one. If we throw a Rock Slide right away. They swap out to a Swampert. Really, they brought the Lapras in instead of the Swampert. This is a tough spot. Shields this, okay. Opponent's going to KO us. I guess we're thinking... Lapras has like 2 Ice Shards in. This might be another situation where I think if we just let this go, Talonflame can kill both. I like not throwing the Rock Slide right away. It forces our opponent to throw energy here. We just have to hope that we can get to... Yeah, we're too far away. To this, yeah, this is gonna kill us. I think we had a better play here if we just let the G-Fisk go, because then we can shield this Hydro. I'm just not sure. Yeah, he's doing the math in his head too. All right, what do you think about that one?
Double water is hard for the line for sure. Lapras beats my whole team. Yeah. So that's a little tough. I definitely could have saved a shield on the Talonflame. I shielded the Tina.
Yeah.
I could have shaded the shield. I'd see the reason I play the Tina matchup that way is I could have shielded and then almost guaranteed switch advantage because I was winning CMP.
Yeah.
So I could have done that. It's just I would rather have energy on a Pokemon instead of doing that, and I can't farm with Mudshot, so that's kind of why I play it like that. Sure. It's kind of it's maybe if I save the shield, I possibly could have went for double Brave Bird. It was very unideal to have double water. It's this like the bottom 1/3, like you call it, right? Yeah, bottom third. So I think that I like the way you played the lead. You like saw that you won CMP the first time, you shielded, you threw the second one, you create a situation where you get a farm down. I think no shielding the Dragon Claw would have been good. And like we know it's a Dragon Claw because he threw a move to kill your Tina. And then you got it pretty fast.
And then it was so if he was throwing an ancient power, that'd be 15 turns. That'd be like when you're getting to flame charge. And so he threw it in the middle of that animation, so we knew it wasn't an ancient power. So we could have pretty safely no-shield that one. I think if we save that shield, I think we're in a little better spot. I think we don't know it's double water, but in most cases there will be a charge move that hits harder than Tina throwing Dragon Claw.
Yeah, that's fair. I wasn't sure because I suck at Dragon Breath's count. I feel like
so
they
you
just
want
get sneaked in all the time and all that jazz.
You want to count it based off yours, right? So it's well, I like you have an idea about how long it is. Like Dragon Claw is 12, 12, 11 turns, and so your third Incinerate is it's 5, 10, 15 turns. If they throw it before that one's finished, they can't beat an Ancient Power yet.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
But I like coming in there for the farm down. I was kind of thinking my initial lean was G-Fisk, because you'd be resisting the Dragon Breath and like you'd give up maybe like 30% of your G-Fisk's health to go for like a big mud shot down.
Yeah.
But I don't mind coming, like the energy on Talonflame is really impactful. So like coming in for the Talonflame farm down was fine. I just wish we'd saved the shield there.
Yeah, I think if I saved the shield, then I probably could have went for the double Braver to win the game.
Yeah.
I was just really hoping it was a double water.
Yeah. No, I really liked your the way you threw the Brave Bird and then realized you could throw the second one and swap out there. Because it was a desync there. You threw one Incinerate, they were having to go through 2 Ice Shards. I think we also probably win there if we like catch, but they like didn't do that for us. They kept farming a little bit.
Yeah, I was trying to catch the move, like
Yeah.
instant catch, and then try to get some extra like sneak-ins, but
Yeah.
unfortunately they didn't throw.
But then once we get to the position where the G-Fisk is at half health, and like we already threw the EQ. Had we thrown the EQ yet at that point?
No, I
No, we
had to
had.
shield
So
to throw the
yeah,
EQ.
they were still really healthy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's tough because if we save that shield, we Brave Bird there, but I think the Lapras gets to 2 surfs before we can get to another move to kill the Lapras.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just an awkward position from that point. I think saving the shield was
the
our
Lapras
line.
loved the energy for sure.
Yeah, the Lapras definitely have a lot. I think saving the shield from in the not shielding the Dragon Claw was kind of the turning point. Yeah.
Yeah.
But other than that, I really like the way you played that lead matchup. I want to reiterate that, like taking the shield and getting the farm down was really nice, and then it was just a really tough backline.
Yeah, I appreciate it. We'll learn from that. I like to always think about like how you said it, right? It's like what will do the most damage, and we just kind of assume things in the back will do more than Tina.
Yeah.
So that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that Dragon Claw, I can pull it up here. It's just like it's a little chip off of Talonflame. It is not.
Yeah, it's nothing serious.
Yeah,
I just kind of
27%.
I thought maybe I need more health because like if there was like an Empoleon, for example, I wouldn't want to get farmed or something.
Yeah, I think from that stage of the game, if there's an Empoleon out of the bat, I think we just lose. Like I don't know if we can
Basically,
win from there. So don't need to play around that one. But I mean, Lapras is a more common, I think, with Tina.
Yeah, also Togekiss, right? And
Yeah.
I've gone Charm down before, and it's very annoying.
Yeah.
The charm, I hate charms. It's like if you can charm a steel type, like I don't know what to do now.
Yeah, the old Togekiss kills Charizard in the 2 shields, just charming it down. Good times.
Yeah, that's insane.
All right, let's jump to the next one.
Let's do it.
All right, we got a Tina into Tina. They have the shiny bonus. We miss 1 Dragon Breath. It's a little bit annoying. So let's see if they throw right away. Yeah, so they got their one before us, but we should be evened up now if they don't get another one through here. But now we don't know who wins CMP. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. Yeah, it looks like they're going to beat us the next one too. That one, missing that one turn, a little bit rough for us. So we can't execute the same plan we did last time, which is a pretty ideal plan. 1, 2, 3, and they get there right before us. Definitely unfortunate. And if we shield this, they can farm us down. We're going to make sure we get that shield back from them, though. Leave them on low HP. Don't mind that plan. Oh, lag. Throw the move. Was he thinking he could get... I just don't think we ever get enough through there. I think if we throw that, we leave them on this much HP, or we get switch, and the G-Fist still gets a farm down. So I'd like that situation a little bit more. I think once you're behind by 1 turn, like going for that farm down's super risky. But maybe we have a better matchup in the back. Their own G-Fisk. I would just YOLO for it. There we go. We're just going EQ. We need to get their shields or do big damage. Like if we rock slide bait here and they no shield, the game's just over. They just tank that one. That's good for us. 2. I think he was trying to catch an EQ there. You can see him shaking his head a little bit. Catching an EQ would have been like absolutely huge. I think at this point we have to let this go and hope that the G-Fisk has a good matchup in the back. Oh, he's going to go for a farm down here. They're empty. They have to live 2 incinerates. Their own... Hey, it's the mirror team. Well, mirror team starting a turn behind. Pretty rough spot. I think we still had some play. If our G-Fisk had been on even shields and gotten that farm down, I think we were in an okay spot, but there's like no telling if they would have shielded it or not, right? If they just no shield and then they're still up a shield and they get a farm down, pretty bad. All right, GunDog, what do you think about that one?
Oh, that was terrible. So, first of all, I made this team myself, all right? How the hell is there a mirror team? That's some whack. First of all. Second of all, I started 1 turn behind, which changes the whole matchup,
yes,
which
it does.
Is so annoying. I thought I can shield and farm down because my Dragon Breaths are doing more, but then I lagged some more, so I couldn't even farm down.
Yeah.
So I lost a shield, and I lost switch.
Yep.
And then it was a freaking mirror team. So it was, yeah. I feel like I had 2 opponents in that battle. Not ideal, unfortunately.
Yeah. So I think even given once we start a turn behind, I don't think that we ever can realistically go for the farm down there. And I think if you had thrown that Dragon Claw at them, like either you get switch or you leave that matchup on even shields. And I think if you leave that matchup on even shields, like they're still going to be able to farm you down, but then you can bring in your G-Fisk like you did. But like I think that your G-Fisk like absolutely ruins them if you get that 4 mudshot lead and you're in the 1s.
Yeah, that's true. I just think if they would have no-shielded, right? Because I already used a shield, and they would have came in, for example, their own G-Fisk and destroyed me that way.
It's possible. You know, but like part of it, like once we're disadvantaged, right? Once we're disadvantaged, we missed that first turn in a mirror matchup. Once we're disadvantaged, we have to be looking for opportunities to get it back. And some of those are things we can do, and some of those are giving our opponent the opportunity to make mistakes. Right?
Fair enough.
So if we throw that Dragon Claw, that gives them the opportunity to make the mistake of shielding there, where if we just don't throw it, like we just don't like we just keep like our advantage, our potential advantages just keep slipping. So
yeah,
like, it is tough when there's that lag. Like, you know, I had a game today where like app crashed, right, and like loading back in, and my first mon's missing a third of its health. Like you still like from there. You can still play the game to try to win it. And I ended up losing that one by like 1 turn. It was pretty sad. But
oh damn.
But I've you know, and I think there's a clip somewhere of me winning, or I think somebody of winning a match from that. Like even once we're disadvantaged, like we can still like try to find ways to win. But sometimes it does rely on our opponent making mistakes. So I'd like us to give them that opportunity. When we're behind turns, I don't think we'll be able to farm them down because like they got an extra Dragon Breath we didn't. Like they're ahead of us on damage.
Yeah.
So I'd like to see us throw there and either get switch. If you know, it might not be the mirror team. It might be like a Venusaur back there, and our Talonflame can hose it if we have switch.
Yeah.
Or maybe they shield
you
that.
Think shielding there because we started late was ideal.
I think we needed to shield 1.
Okay.
And so from there, it's like hoping that they play the 1s, and then we get a farm down, or we get switch.
Yeah.
Because we're not going to win the 0s, and even shielding once, we're not going to be able to farm down. So like we might as well throw there.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
Makes sense.
Just like it happens. Like the lag happens. It's real. It's frustrating, especially those mirror matchups. But like it's like if you're playing basketball and like the edge of the court's crooked somewhere, like well, you just don't step there, right? Like it's part of the game.
Yeah, fair enough.
We got to do our best to play around it.
The game we know and love. Huh?
GBL's like the ref, like, you know, sometimes makes a bad call.
Yeah. Hey, yeah, fair enough. I don't know, man. $1 billion company, they gotta fix this crap.
It'd be nice if they we all want them to fix it. It's unclear why they haven't, but we'll keep doing our best. All right, you got a game. Let's do it.
No.
That's not a good lead for us. We do not like seeing that. We're hoping, I think it's Powder Snow. Powder Snow is probably a little bit worse for us. Into Jelly. people bringing their remix teams into open. What? So we 100% no shield this one. We like want them to bubble beam bait us, I think. Although there's probably one bubble beam, one shadow ball either way. So this makes us do a little less damage. But it takes them 24 turns, so we should get to this Brave Bird before they can get to a Shadow Ball. And get either shield or switch, which is why he safe swaps Talonflame, right? Yeah, P. James, it's I mean, it is just like the refs are part of the game. They make a call. GBL sometimes just lags you a turn. Like, you know, what do you mean I double dribbled? I didn't travel. My foot was planted. All right, we get to we know they have Bubble Beam Shadow Ball. Yeah, and our Tina's like dead to us because they have a Ninetales, so we just like tank damage. Don't care. Can we get a farm down here? They swap out. Ooh, nice. They didn't want us to get the farm down there, so they hard swap. That gives us a chance. I think it's just 2 rock slides from a G-Fist kill this. I'm not even sure 2. It might be 3. Oh, with the mud shots, it might be 2. Gundog, not getting all the knives, but that's also just part of it sometimes. 1. It looks like 2. Maybe we can mud shot down after the second one. We may have to start shielding in this matchup soon, because they have a 3rd mon we haven't seen yet. 5. This won't KO. Can we shield once and farm down from here? They shield, and they miss a turn. We get free turn back. Good, good. I would shield here. I don't think we want our G-Fist to get lower than this. 1, 2, 3. Swap, swap, swap. Oh, okay. Would rather farmed this down with Tina, and then we have a Ancient Power loaded for the Ninetales. Now the Ninetales just comes back in, right? They might reveal the 3rd thing here. We have 2 mons at half health, but we have a shield. They bring the Ninetales back in. What's up, Gymnast Love? He's like really counting on being able to get to this rock slide before they get to another move. Feels high risk. Okay. We need this to KO. 1 time. KO 1 time. Got him? Okay. That's a Cress. 5, 6, 7. He tried to catch a grass nut there on his Tina. I like that. Realizing we're in an awkward spot, we need to make some kind of risky play to try to create an advantage again. But I don't think that we survive this Moonblast. And then the G-Fist still needs to throw like EQ, probably 2 EQs honestly from here. So I just don't think we get there before they get to another charge move. And we're low enough that pretty much any charge move from them is going to KO. Yeah, it's 2 EQs. That A9 lead's really tough. It's a tough lead for us. All right, let's bring him back in here. All right, what do you think about that one?
Oh, that kind of sucked. Hard lead.
Yep.
Hard switch.
Yep.
I played the matchup how I normally play it with the Jellicent, where like it's kind of like how you guys see me. I have a single move Talonflame. I just go straight Brave Bird all the time.
Yeah.
The only issue, right, is that if I shielded that Shadow Ball, he had so much energy, then he would have thrown again. So that Talonflame was basically dead.
Yeah.
So I had to let it go.
Yep, I agree.
I came in with Tina. Now I was really hoping he was gonna bubble beam bait me.
Yeah.
I know shielded because I knew he had an A9.
Yep.
So I really had to put all my money in.
Sure. Yeah, the extra HP on Tina's not gonna help you much.
Yeah, so I had to put all my money on Stunfisk. Now, I was stuck in that A9 matchup. Unideal. I knew he had a crap ton. So when he swapped to like hypothetically catch, I knew I had a shield and he had a crap ton of energy. So I was like, I might as well just throw the rock slide here and get rid of this jelly. I don't want to see this anyways. Because if I didn't, he probably could have farmed down the Tina, and then it would just put me in a bad situation anyways.
Yeah, I think you had a win condition there. When they swap the jelly back in, if you swap the Tina in and farm it down, you get to Ancient Power the Ninetales. And I think then you're still up like 2. I think you still had 2 shields at that point.
I had 1.
You had one shield?
1 shield.
Yeah. You had 1 shield.
And I don't think the Ancient Power would KO an XL Ninetales.
Yeah, let's look at that. What does more damage than Ninetales? Tina Ancient Power is 29%. And G-Fisk Rock Slide is 40. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, Little Rock's kind of sad, not gonna lie.
Yeah, that's trying. Oh wait, this is. Well, that's. I have Great League here. Probably should be Ultra League, but I don't think that changes the math on it much. 38%, and.
But A9's more tanky now, so maybe it's just even.
38%, 23%. Yeah. I guess then it's just a race if you can like get to another Ancient Power before they throw a move at you. Yeah, I think I mean that's just a tough spot, right? That's a really bad lead for you.
Yeah, bad lead, and it's not even. If it was Charm, I would be happy because Charm is of course better for both my Pokemon in the back, and it was Powder Snow, of course, so it was unideal. That's
as soon as it's like he's hoping this is Charm as it's loading in, and it's like Powder Snow is like, ew, that's not good. But, yeah, bottom third games happen. Like you played pretty well out of it. I like that you got a shield in that middle matchup. I like the no shield in the first move. They bubble beam bait you, get to 2 Brave Birds. Like you played that out really well. It's just like really hard to play around that A9.
Yep. A9's good. XLs, man. That was a legend player running XLs and a Crest.
Yeah, I mean that's I mean, Crest isn't legal in remakes, but the other two, like we see a lot of those in remakes. The A9 Jelly Core, pretty common in Premier too. And then they just have.
It's really strong. It's really strong.
Have a Crest in there as a bulky third thing. It's a tough line.
Yep, definitely. In Premier, I used to see this line a lot, like with the A9 Jelly.
Yeah.
And Shadow Champ can beat A9, which is kind of why I liked Shadow Champ and the lead. It's just, and obviously in Open Ultra, there's too many Tinas and stuff. So
yeah,
Shadow
Tinas
Champ
and Cresses.
doesn't make sense. Yeah. But yeah, bottom third. I tried my best.
Yep,
we move.
It's a blind ladder. We lose some games. That happens. We try to figure out what we could do better. Maybe we could beat that next time, but that one felt pretty rough. Them swapping out so we couldn't farm down was kind of annoying. And then it ate our rock slide later. I'm trying to think, like even if we just farmed it down with Tina and threw the Ancient Power, that means we still have a rock slide on our G-Fisk. Maybe then we take a little less damage. We get to 2 EQs.
Yeah, possible.
Yeah,
it's possible.
I think we needed the energy on the G-Fisk to kill the A9 as our own lane.
For sure.
All right, let's do this one. Mutant him up. Jump in the next one. Talonflame lead. We'd like to see that. He's excited about it. So are we. Got about 20 minutes left. That's 1. That's 2. The other beautiful part about Talonflame is how easy it is to count its moves. They swap to Amanda Buzz. We go to G-Fisk. This matchup's pretty neutral. Like us to focus on timing our moves maybe a little bit better in the 2-turn, 3-turn situations. We don't have to go for denies. We can always just give them only 1 free turn so they don't get a big move through. So if we can throw 1 here or 4, that helps us give them minimal free turns even if we don't go for denies. So we throw 1, 2, 3. Goes for the deny, gets it. All right. Like that too. Rock slide coming through. We just keep tanking these. We don't want to invest a shield here. We can win switch without shielding or shielding after they shield. So we're not giving away any advantages. Switch timer's not back up yet, but it will be after this move. So there's like a possibility they try to catch and keep dragging this match out. So they might try to catch a rock slide here on something else. 2, 3. Another good deny by GunDOG. Timing his moves well. Tippy tapping. I mean, do we 1, 2? Oh, do we survive this? Even if we don't, we can Dragon Breath this down. We do survive. Excellent. This does give them the option for switch if they want to use a shield. So if they have another hard answer in the back, they might, but they don't. They just opt to play the zeros, get a farm down here on their Talonflame, get one Incinerate through. We come back in with our Tina. No shield. Real possibility of a Brave Bird here, and then they dip out again. There's the Brave Bird. Here's them dipping out again into an Umbreon. In this matchup, I think we just go straight Flame Charge. We just need to get them low. If we can create a situation where our Tina can farm this... Oh, big Incinerate. Love to see it. Love to see it, chat. GunDog's excited about it. Looks like it's going to take 3 of those to kill us. Generally there, you probably want to throw one more Incinerate, because that's 5 turns. They're going to get 2 Snarls. You only give them 1 free turn, whereas like going for the tap right after their charge move gives them 3 turns. It's the if it feels like CMP and isn't, don't tap on your move, tap on the screen. Try to not give them free turns, so I'd throw 1 here. Oh, back to back. Well, we will definitely use a shield here. Definitely use a shield here. We have so much energy on this Talonflame. Goes for the Brave Bird now. Okay, so he's going to go Brave Bird, 1 Incinerate Brave Bird. Opponent is 1 Snarl in. Needs at least 2 more. They let it go. Okay. Saves 2 shields for their Talonflame. If we can get this Brave Bird off and swap out, there's a chance we can get to another one later. And we also just don't want them to farm us down. So swapping out. Immediately throwing the Ancient Power. Unclear if they snuck an Incinerate there. Hopefully not. But on switches, usually the opponent gets a move. They just tank it. That should get them low enough that we can just shield once and farm down. And they realize it, and they top left. All right, what'd you think about that one, GunDog?
That was good. The Mandibuzz on Stunfisk, I gave him a free Snarl, then I was like, crap, I'm on 6 for Ninja Stream. I gotta do better than that. So I started denying all the moves.
Yeah, man. I saw those denies. I was like, I was like, if you don't want to go play it safe, you throw 1 or 4, so they only get 1 free turn. Or if you like, you go for, and then you got like 3 denies in a row. I was like, oh yeah. Or you just go for all the denies.
Yep. So I went for that. Just basically syncing up the turns and hoping like doesn't kill me.
I was gonna look that up real quick. Mandibuzz versus G-Fist. Does it always come down to being that close in the zeros?
I believe so. Mandibuzz is insane. Mandibuzz is really good.
Simming it out. Yeah.
And then
they're like one turn away. And if they get that one, oh man, that's it thinks it's a 1 turn matchup in the zeros. So,
yeah.
Woo.
It's just like you match for sure.
Yeah.
It's just like I mean that's kind of like the way I saw this was a double dark team, which is pretty interesting. I have no like hard punish for dark.
Yeah.
Now, just to put it out here, my Talonflame is actually not a Hundo Talonflame. It's a best buddied Talonflame. So I win CMPs over like every Talonflame I've ever played.
Okay.
This is a 14, 13, 15 Talonflame.
Okay.
So that's kind of the reason why I know I win CMP and kind of why I play that way.
Got it. Are there any matchups that having the best buddy on your G-Fisk would change? Just like curious. Like I'm not.
I looked at that. Not too many actually.
Okay.
It makes the it makes some matches just a little more comfortable, like the really close ones, obviously. But it doesn't change too much. I feel like Talonflame is significantly more useful because winning CMP is huge.
Yeah.
Also, the little bit of bulkiness helps you, survive. Like the Sludge Bomb on a Venusaur a little nicer.
Yeah.
For sure. Also, it kind of helps me. I don't know, like when I'm debuffed, right? Having that little bit of a little more HP. If he throws a Bubble Beam, I can probably live it after I throw that Brave Bird.
Yeah. Nope, I like it. It was a little hairy there in the middle. Your G-Fisk really likes living on 1 HP to throw charge moves.
Yeah, and my G-Fisk is a big 1 HP in a dream.
Alright.
I'm just surprised Mandibuzz wins CMP-wise. Because I threw at CMP and I should have win it, right?
Yeah. I mean, yes. G-Fisk wins CMP over Mandibuzz. So it had to have been some kind of, maybe it was a desync. I'm not exactly sure. There's like no way they beat you in CMP. You're like 12 attack higher. And like,
yeah, it's unbelievable.
yeah, don't know what happened there. Maybe
But
missed a turn somehow going into that little stretch. I don't know.
Possibly, right? Because Snarl's a 3-turn move, and this is a 2-turn, so it's easy to miss turns here and there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, sneaking in those incinerates was awesome. I was hyped up. I don't know if you saw the cam, but I was hyped. Every time an incinerate went through, I was ecstatic.
Another big incinerate coming through. Yeah.
Free 40 energy, baby. And same thing. So a lot of times, this is like just like a tip to anybody. A lot of times the Umbreon it knows it's thick, so it's like, oh, we're gonna no shoot. I can live another flame charge, which is why I start brave birding after that first flame charge, because I'm like, all right, you got to give me some shields back.
Yeah. Nope, I like it. Put them in a very awkward spot where they were gonna have to shield 2 or die. Let's get in this one. All right. Tina Mirror. Come on, straight up. Yep. That looks, oh, they're Shadow Claw. This is a pretty big advantage for. I think it's an advantage for Dragon Breath. Moves are about the same efficiency, but Claw's not a very good move. I don't know. I actually don't know how this matchup goes. We'll pull it up right here. Giratina, one with Shadow Claw, one with Dragon Breath. In the zeros. Looks like Dragon Breath is slightly favored, but it's like pretty close. No, lag. Oh, well, it throws the move. Hit the bubbles. Hit the bubbles. It's not ideal. It's not ideal, but we don't give up on it. Ah, yeah, that's rough though. That's rough. And like, you can see the stream is still doing fine. His cam's doing fine. The game's doing fine. So it's not his internet connection. But you got to keep playing it out from here. There's a chance they're double weak to Talonflame in the back. I know you can't hear me right now. GunDog. You gotta keep trying. Keep trying. We don't give up on it. Don't give up on it. That is definitely a frustrating one. We gotta keep going. See if we can find some way. Throws the EQ here. I think it's lethal from this range. It's an Empoleon, it wouldn't have mattered anyways. But there are definitely some things here that we can... There's the Empoleon. Well, you can't... No, that I think that vindicates feeling bad about the lag a little bit. Like, there is just nothing we were going to do here anyways. We're going to play that lead matchup the way he likes winning it. It just wouldn't matter. There's an Empoleon back there. Oh, we swap and tank the waterfall onto our Talonflame. So now we can't... Can we get a 2 still? Maybe if we get double flame charge here. I don't think we're supposed to be able to get to a second one. Or just no shields the first one. He tried to top left and didn't even get the top left. I'm sure that's what he's chuckling about right now. That's a tough one. Well, there was some lag there.
A little bit, huh?
There was also an Empoleon
God.
in the back, and we weren't switching out of lead, so I just don't think
That was just annoying.
Yeah, but like we can look at that and we frustrate the lag, and then we can look at they brought an Empoleon in anyways. Like, I don't think there was any way to win that game. Like,
we are probably gonna lose that either way.
So just let it go. Lag sucks. Move on. Empoleon in the back is not where we want to be. It makes sense that it would be behind a Tina.
Yeah, a fighting counter.
It's
an electric counter.
And the Empoleon very often paired with dragons, right? Because it covers you for Charmers.
Yeah.
So it's just like, I'm curious, is there any reason? Because that's the first time we see Tina and Empoleon. We saw Tina with your backline once. The other Tina had something else. Because at some point, if you see that combination enough, that means that we need to be swapping out of lead at some point to try to bait the Empoleon.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen it before. I'm not gonna lie, I have seen it before.
I mean, maybe we start trying to catch second Dragon Claw on Stunfisk.
We can maybe try that. The thing is, I completely lagged at the beginning. Like, I was tapping the move, and I just got Shadow Claw down. So I kind of gave up after that. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I was imploring you when you come back and watch the. I was like, don't give up. We still try to play. Like, maybe they have something in the back. Double weak to Talonflame. Like, we don't want to give up on it. We want to keep trying. Like, we only get 25 games a day. If you lag the first half of the game, you still want to play the best second half of that game you can.
Fair enough. At least we can learn something.
Yeah. Try to learn something from it. And you know, just looking at that game from just an overview, like that was our team, that was their team. If we're seeing that Tina Empoleon trend, we probably need to be swapping out a lead at some point to bait out the Empoleon. And I think the G-Fix does that a little better because we can potentially catch a claw on it, which would be nice, resist the damage, and then we can almost always, I think, get to that EQ to get a shield from them, and then our Tina can come back in and farm them down. We have an energy lead on their Tina then. So I think maybe we try to do that next time we see a Tina lead.
The thing about it is Dragon Breath Tina beats the other Tina, assuming obviously there's no lag and stuff.
Yep.
I kind of like to play it like that so I can win switch.
Yeah.
But it definitely makes sense the way you're playing it. It just it really depends on what the backline is.
Yeah.
And I normally don't go in with Stunfisk because if I go in Stunfisk, it gets hard countered. You really can't play around it.
It's true.
Stunfisk is hard countered.
It's true. Stunfisk can almost always get to the EQ though, even against like I think even against Empoleon and Machamp, you can still get to the EQ. Can you? Let me look that up.
100% you can. Against both.
Okay.
Empoleon and Machamp.
Yeah. Then I think that's a pretty decent situation for us because we'll almost always get one shield from them. And then our Tina can farm down either of those things. Like, those are kind of two of the worst cases. I guess Scrafty would be, like, the absolute worst case.
I hate Scrafty.
At which point, like, if they brought a Scrafty in, like, we EQ, then at some point, like, probably have to farm it down with Talonflame or something. That would just be a bad situation.
Surprisingly, Tina can actually beat Scrafty with Dragon Breath.
Yes.
All right.
You double resist the counter. We have time for one more, I think.
Well, let's do it.
Let's do it. Yeah, anytime you're seeing a common comp that is problematic for your comp, you want to really start looking at, like, what can I do differently to try to put them in a more awkward situation, or a situation where, like, maybe they can make a mistake. So I think, like, trying to catch a move at a weird time, like, in a matchup that, like, especially a matchup, like, you kind of are supposed to win that matchup, right? Makes it even less likely they're thinking, like, you're trying to swap out and catch. Would Typhlosion be better than Talonflame? I don't think so, Sleight of Hand. I think Typhlosion's really good in Remix, but in Open it's not quite as good. There are Swampert is kind of banned. Swampert, there's Swampert right there. Banned from Remix, but available in Open, and it's a pretty gnarly matchup for... They immediately swap out to a Goon. Gets some energy stored up, catches a Night Slash, presumably, on the Talonflame. They wouldn't be throwing anything else at a Tina. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We get the extra talent, yes, because that's every time they throw a Night Slash is 10 turns, and that's 2 Incinerates for us. So every time they do that, if they throw right on the move, we have a pretty reasonable chance of getting that Incinerate through. 2, 3. We could have thrown one more and then CMP'd them with this, and I think that would have been slightly better. But this still works. Swampert's going to come back in. It can't really overfire much on us because we're going to get to another... Oh, they bring in a Powder Snow Ninetales. Goes for the Brave Bird. I like that. It's going to give them slightly less farm. Maybe one less Powder Snow. And I think one of these is just more damage than one Flame Charge. They shield. It is a Powder Snow A9, though, which is not good for this line. But now they're low enough that 2 Rock Slides definitely kills. And our Tina wins the lead matchup. That's how they swapped out. That's a Swampert. So as long as we don't let them catch on their Swampert, we're in a really commanding spot here. Like, their energy lead is not as valuable as this extra shield and having switch. There's the Swampert. We come back in. We want to throw as many moves as possible in this matchup. Like, we're not going for a farm down here, even though Tina has potential farm down against the Swampert. We just want to be on low HP and have the Switch Hammer back up so we can swap out as soon as the Ninetales comes back in after we kill this. So we want them to throw charge moves. We want to throw charge moves. If we can farm down and get an Ancient Power off, that's like nice, but the Ancient Power, we looked it up earlier, is like literally half of what a Rock Slide does. So it's just not that impactful. So we want to, if we can, we want them to throw another move. Thank you, opponent. We just let this go. Yep, G-Fist with 2 shields is going to crush this. They hydro us. Switch timer's almost back up. So we can throw a move here and swap out. He's going to go for the Ancient Power. They're low enough that I think this Ancient Power plus 1 Rock Slide will be lethal. So I like him going for this here. Like, it's kind of debatable if you should just swap out there and give them a little less farm. But I think because it puts them on this threshold, right, where we know the Rock Slide does about 48%, putting them on that just under half threshold so that 1 Rock Slide's lethal really helps secure the game. We didn't give them too much extra farm. It's not like he let him farm the Tina down. So I like that play. Is he trying to 2 shield flex right now, chat? I know this one's not lethal. We don't have to shield things till they're lethal, chat. So I think we need to shield the next one. But GunDog saves both shields. His esteemed opponent unable to take a single shield off of him. Rock Slide comes through. GG. Alright, what'd you think about that one, GunDog?
That was good. Great lead. Right, and that's why I have Dragon Breath. Surprisingly, other Tina loses to Swampert, which is the reason I put Dragon Breath on my Tina.
Yeah.
Basically just for Swampert.
Okay.
So great lead. They swapped in with I forgot what they swapped in with.
The middle matchup? You brought in Talonflame against it. It was from what was the middle? I was like thinking the end matchup, Ninetales, the other one. Okay, we'll go backwards through it. We'll figure it out eventually. It was at Obstagoon.
Oh, it's Obstagoon, that's right. So I caught the move on the Obstagoon. I got a whole free Incinerate again, and you guys already know my Talonflame is single moved. So I got rid of the Goon, and I got a free shield on the Ninetales. And after that, I knew I won the match. I definitely could have insta-swapped on that Tina at the very end, but I had to go for the Ancient Power just to assert my dominance, you know?
Yeah. No, and I think given, because we looked it up earlier, right? The Rock Slide does like 48%. And they were like, it was going to take 2 Rock Slides to kill them from there, or the Ancient Power in 1 Rock Slide. So, like, it just made sense to stay in there. You were already pretty close to the move. They weren't going to be able to farm you down. Like, you either had to throw that Ancient Power or throw another Rock Slide. And throwing the Ancient Power there meant that you got to keep both shields. So, I feel like that was kind of a win.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to lie. I had 2 shields either way, right? So, I really just wanted to throw a little pebble at the guy. Make myself feel better. But yeah, it was fun. Thanks again so much for having me. I really do appreciate it. I look for maybe like after I hit Legend or before maybe another like duo this time. Not like coaching maybe per se, but like a duo just to make it like a chill fun vibes. I think it'll be really cool. For sure. Looks like your lives will start that raid going your direction. Appreciate everybody coming and hanging out with us today, learning these matchups, seeing GunDog's plays. Talonflame, a beast. Definitely a beast. Yes. I'd like to thank you for joining us today in the dojo. If you value these coaching VODs, you can give this video a like, you can subscribe to my channel, or you can leave some feedback below in the comments. Also, in the description are links to my Twitter and Twitch. You can follow me there for additional content. I live stream on Twitch Monday through Friday starting at noon Pacific. I would love to have you join us there so we can learn and grow together.